All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Kahalayim, La Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Grand Millstone, and also Shalom to you brothers out there pushing truth in the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash, scattered around the four corners of the earth, and also a Shalom to Ahchwath out there as well. Okay, I'm going to the book of St. James, chapter 5, verse 16. It says, confess your faults one to another and pray one for another that you might be healed. The effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read that same verse in NLT real quick. It says here, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you might be healed. The earnest prayer of a righteous person has great power and produces wonderful result. Okay, so the reason why I'm going to this verse right here is because the last couple, I say about 2 years, right, I've been meditating on doing a lesson on the things I was going through, and the reason why I was going through those things because the sins I committed, the things I did in my life, within my life. All right, after I had walking up to this truth, I did some stupid shit. All right, as being a young man, okay, who was unstable in the spirit. Okay, a young man who couldn't rule his own spirit. Even now, sometimes you still fight those demons, man. Being going is truth, man. Them spirits still come around, but you going, what those spirits are. Okay, I'm gonna get a quick preacher just to show you the reason why the things I went through is I wasn't well built in the spirit, and I was young man. Okay, still searching for the truth. Still searching for the truth, and I didn't know much. I didn't know better. All right, and that's no excuse for anybody to go off. It's just like this is my personal work, and the things I did. And from there was punishment that happened, and I'm gonna go into those details. And as the lesson goes on, it says Proverbs chapter 25 verse 28. He that have no rule of his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So that was me. Okay, I can find myself in that category. All right, I fall into that category, where my spirit, okay, was broken down, man. Okay, there was no guardians around me, and I'm talking about scriptures, because scriptures are guardians unto us. All right, there was no defense around me to protect me through those moments. All right, I was more, my thoughts was more carnal. So things happen. I believe, was 2019, if I'm not mistaken, 2019 or 18. So hey, I was going how and bowers and all that, doing the work and all that, but still behind the doors, I wasn't really on fire. Okay, I was on fire like that, especially being a young man trying to start a camp up, and you're surrounded by nothing but young men also around you, and it was difficult, man. I had to learn the hard way, man. All right, so I'm just confessing the sins that I committed, okay, as I myself in this truth, and even to this day, man, I pray that Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, that he have mercy upon me, okay, my household, to overcome those sins that I committed, and those things that I've done, after knowing better, but all I can do is let me see, it's like, let me get this preset also, because this right here has been haunting me for a long time, man. It's been haunting me for a long time, and it came to a time like, hey, man, fuck, I gotta do a lesson on it, and then it is what it is, man. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So after knowing the reason why I got, the reason, these things was happening unto me is because I know I was going off, I was sinning, and everything I did or sin I committed, for sure, how about Shimei shot chastised me, man. I tell you, brothers out there, man, I got chastised big time. I got chastised big time. I was being carnal. I was carried away by worldly things, like big time carried away by worldly things. Okay, my worldly friends really got to me. Okay, there was no a brother that was above me, who was in his faith for long, for who had experienced that I could reach out to during that time. During that time was really difficult, man. It was me and me. The brothers that I was with, those two brothers that fall out of the truth, because they themselves, they were young brothers, but it came to a time where like things were said, hey, we gotta be on fire, man. We gotta keep pushing the truth, man. You either choose this, you either choose this world, or you choose, you. It's like you either choose this world or you have a shy. You gotta make a decision, So that happened. Brothers, start seeing their friends walking by the camp, and it became too difficult. They start making excuses, and that happened. It's like it wasn't for them. That happened, but for I myself, man, the fear of Yahweh Shimi Ashai was upon me. During the whole time, when all these things was happening, man, I was getting chastised left, right, and I was like, dang, why, all these things happening to me? I must be, not doing something right. To a point, videos were made. Brothers were making videos, and those videos, I'll listen to them, and those videos resonate with my spirits, and I was like, dang. All this shit I'm doing, this is the reason why I'm getting chastised. This is the reason why I'm going through this such thing I'm going through, is because I'm going off. I'm sinning, man, So I went through it, man, to a time where my, what is it? My own son, okay, my mom. So the first thing happened is what is it? It's my son. So my son was with my son, my woman came from Babylon. Okay, she came from Babylon. She came to see me over here in Australia, so she was here. And when she got here, this was the first time I'm seeing my son. I wasn't there when my son was born. I couldn't, that time the government couldn't, approve me to go to America to see my firstborn as well, my daughter. I couldn't get a visa. Tried so many times to get a visa to go see my first daughter being born. It didn't happen, and that was kind of painful, but it was what it is, man. I took it as a punishment, and as there was a purpose for that. Took it in, it was nothing. Took it, and then it came to when my son was being born. Is my son. Tried the same thing, I couldn't get the visa as well. Denied. I couldn't be there for my son being born. So that happened. Cool, whatever, I was like, okay, if it gotta be like that, gotta be like that. Fuck it. I can, it is nothing. It's something I can handle. So, that happened, but that was me. All those things happening. Really, it was like a wake up call of me, cause and I was when I was in Phoenix, I was with the brothers over there in Phoenix, going on camp, tending camp, and all that. But when I got back here, the first thing I did is I was trying to get a job and work to, so I can get money, provide for my family, provide for my newborn. So that was the main thing I was really doing. I was watching the videos left and right, but hey, I was, still like, I was, being wicked, I wasn't really fully persuaded within my own minds, and that's where I'm gonna get this scripture right here. Okay, just bear with me for a minute while I get this precept. What is this right here? Just bear with me for a minute. It says here, Romans chapter 14, verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another esteemeth every day day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So I wasn't really fully persuaded, within my own mind. All right, I was too, I didn't know what this truth was really about. In a shortcut to say, okay, I didn't know what this truth was really about. Okay. Even though, hey, when brothers come to the truth, you might make a vow. Okay, you make a vow, you go through it. And then from there, you're like, yeah, oh shit, yeah, I made that vow because I'm ready for this, man. Hey, eventually, man, you do things and you're like, damn, you ask yourself, man, I made the vow though. So from there, going back to, when I came back to Australia, is that, like while I was working, trying to get money, to provide and all that, I wasn't really reading much. I wasn't really, I was watching video here and there, but I was really still carried away of my goal, trying to be a professional basketball player, trying to chase that goal, you know what I mean? So it's still training. That time where I could have been reading the Bible, studying, I was trying to, I was carnal, okay, trying to chase a dream, or maybe, I can make it here and get more money, and that could be easy to provide, okay, rather than get a regular job, okay, and keep doing the work. So that happened, and that's another thing that Yahweh Shimei really punish me for is that of not giving me a visa to go see my daughter being born. That right there, and my son as well. Okay, all those thoughts came in later on. I was like, damn, what was I really doing for Yahweh Shimei, man? Nothing, nothing really. So it's a punishment of punishment. Okay, it's like I was doing right thing, I got slapped. Okay, how about Shimei took the belt and whooped my ass, and that happened. I was hurt for a while. All right, so that happened. Then moving on. Later on, started things got. I was like, man, fuck this. I can't be here in Australia. Still waiting for the visa, still waiting for this process. So I hit up the brothers over there in Phoenix, the brothers I was under. One of the brothers is not part of GMS anymore. He was the elder for the camp of GMS Phoenix, but he's not part of GMS anymore. He got kicked out, whatever situation that happened. So he's not there. So there was him. There was another brother, Kassad. Okay, there was Kassad. There was what else? What's this another brother's name? Damn. So there was Kassad. There was but what is it? Damn, I can't remember the brothers, Hebrews names. I gotta go through my phone and find their names, but them brothers, they know who they are. They know who I'm talking about, because they're still part of JMS. So one of them is the head of the camp. Another one is like the second in the second in command, and the brother Kassad. That's the he's the Ishka brother. I remember his name. It was easy to remember. All right, but anyway, so. So from there I was like, I hit up one of the brother who got kicked out of, who's no part of GMS anymore. I told him, bro, I was like, look, bro, I gotta start up a camp because I don't feel too good, man. I wasn't feeling too good in my spirit. I was trouble, man. Even me doing all those things, I was still trouble. There was something in my head like telling me, like, damn, you made a vow, man. You made a vow, okay, to do this work. So you gotta do something about that. So I went ahead, I was like, you know what, I gotta set up a camp in Australia, and then no matter how the law was in Australia, because you gotta get a permit. I was like, fuck the permit, I'm going highway and byways. I gotta find a place where like they really can't give you a fine. So because some areas like city council, some areas private, so those private areas really you can go over there and do the work. All right. So that happened. I did and then from there, like everything was moved smoothly. And then from there I had to move a house, move from where I was living, move a house, and then from there like I had to change the location of doing the work, and we found a new location of where we can do the work, and that happened as well. And then eventually, that was the last for the brothers I was with, because that area I had found, it's a busy area. And that's the same area that, you brothers that watch my videos, I be at. That's, you had these cards that said I was preaching in a park, I was hiding, but really I'm not hiding, man. I'm really in a place where like it's a tourist attraction. Okay, that's where like everybody when they come to Australia, that's like it's in the top 10 area where people come to see the view, the sunset and all that. Okay, it's Kangaroo Point. Okay, so it's a rock. There's rock climbing. Even the brother I do videos with right now, he will tell you about that area, man. It's a good area. There's steps where people exercise. There's barbecue park. Barbecue set up for people to come barbecue. There's a river. There's boat. Ferry rides. There's restaurants. Okay, it's in the city, next to the city. Okay, it's a date. If you get a woman and all that, especially during the Valentine's, man. When the Valentine's before on Sunday, one of those days, man. She's in how busy it was, hella busy, man, because that's where the dates be held at. So it was a quite busy area. So we went over there, and when the brothers started seeing their friends passing by, they couldn't do it no more. And that's how I saw it, because the brother seen what he saw one of his friends, and the brother really his eyes got big as fuck. Okay, he couldn't believe it. And from there, the next week, I'm pretty sure the brother had excuse that say his daughter was sick. And this is, he wasn't really seeing his daughter like that. So it was like, okay, that's excuse, okay? And from there, like, the brother wasn't really on fire like that. You can tell it whenever he came on camp, man, the way he was, it wasn't really like that anyway. So that happened. And then the other brother as well, he followed through with him, okay? Related, two brothers, okay? Related. They're my brothers as well, but, different father or whatever, but hey, so they got the same father, but hey, so they follow one another. So that happened to where, it's like, oh, fuck it. And I myself in that time, man, I wasn't really stable. So, I told him, hey, we gotta go back on Howard and Bowers, man. This ain't it. Nothing happened. So I started going to Howard and Bowers by myself, and that happened. And so from that time, in the midst of that, me being wicked and, doing these other things I was doing, man, Yahweh Shimei Shah, I sent an evil angel, man. All right, an evil angel was sent to me, man. Okay. All right. I remember this one time. It was I can never forget this day. It was Saturday afternoon. There was a party happening. I got dressed. Me and my woman and the kids got dressed. We jumped in one of the car, and this car, man, was like my first car. It was a nice car. You brothers that are into car, you familiar with Volkswagen VW Golf R? Okay, them cars like a mini Porsche. It was stage 2. The car was tuned up. The thing was quick as hell, man. Quick as hell. It sounded good, looked good, So jumped in our car, and I went to what happened? I went to my sister's house, whatever the area she lived in, kind of ghetto area over here in Australia. I went over there. Okay, then my son was sleeping in the car, so we hopped out of the car. Everybody hopped out of the car. I was the last person in the car. I wasn't driving that time. My woman drove, and then I was sitting in the car. I think I was either listening to a video of brothers. I was listening to a video, and then so I just hopped out of the car because my son was sleeping, and it was like kind of it was hot, so it was like I gotta leave AC on to keep keep a little bit air running in the car. The car was parked in a driveway, so in our property. Minding you, the whole street was empty. The whole street was empty. There was nobody moving, man. I hopped inside the house, my sister's house, for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and where I heard outside, it was the cars banging, boom, 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 twice. Okay, then I hear the car turned on. The kid was left in there, so I see the kid running. This dude in there. I believe Yahweh Hashem shot put that spirit on that dude to do that, and started my car, and my car was loud, man, loud as hell. Started the car, and I'm like, but I heard the slam of the door. I was like, who the fuck is slamming my door, man? What the fuck is going on? So as I walked outside just to see who the fuck was slamming my door, and in my head, but before that I was like, oh, it must be my, either my little brothers and my little sisters trying to move the car out of the driveway so that, they can move another car out, But when I went, because the banging, I was like, nah, I gotta go outside and see what the fuck is banging the door. So, I went out, I'm walking outside as well. By the time I get out, man, it was some fucking little fair-skinned dude in my motherfucking car, man. When I say fair-skinned, I'm talking about light-skinned. He was Aboriginal, half Australian in my car. And my son was in the car, man. Stole my car, chased the nigga around the corner. But that shit, like when I say my car was a mini Porsche, my car was quick as hell. Like really quick, man. From 0 to 60 miles per hour. Over here we say 0 to 100. It was less than 5 seconds. So I know Usain Bolt. Even Usain Bolt have no chance, man. So the nigga reversed that thing quick and took off, man. Chased him, and he was gone, man. And this dude, man, stole the car. And my son was in the car, and I couldn't believe it. I thought I was dreaming in that moment, man. All I did is, hey, man, if in that moment, I was pissed or whatever, but and when you can't do nothing and just put everything in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, all I did was, hey, man, I'm gonna let this be in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. If it is your will for me not to see my son go out around me, even to see my son reach 1 year old, then that is your will, or Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. That's what I said in my head, and that was nothing else, man. And that 30 minutes later, man, couldn't believe it. I still thought I was dreaming. I still thought I came out of a fucking bad dream, man. Couldn't believe it. And boom, 30 minutes later, the police said the car was the baby was found. So these kids took my baby out of the car in his seat, the baby seat, and left him out of nowhere in this industry area, like warehouse areas, And then when ambulance found my son, he was laughing. He was laughing. He was happy. It was all good. And when I heard I was like, it made sense because I was in really trouble, man. It was like, hey, if it happens. It's something I did. If you don't, then that's the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. So from there, I was like, I must be doing something right. I had to fix myself, man. And I told the other brothers, man, hey, look, man, that was a sign from Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. And I got scoffed at. I was like, man, that ain't no punishment, That ain't no punishment from Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, And then they're like, because I said, man, the scripture says, man, okay, let me read our scripture real quick. Because I think this scripture was recalled, and this such thing was said to the brothers. I was doing, I was on how and I was with, This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 5. And you have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise thou not the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. So, in that moment, man, I was in trouble. I was like, it's something I did, and then that's the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. If I did something, then that's the reason why this is happening, But if it ain't, and Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, to have mercy upon my son, let it be. And the mercy was given unto my son. So this was told to my brothers that I was going how and I was with, but they didn't handle too good. They said, nah, man. So you saying that we ain't Yahweh Hashem Yahshai is not dealing with us because we're not catching hell, And I left it alone. I didn't want to say more to it. It's just like, it's something that I'm giving out there, man, In verse 6 it says here, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. So after that, I was like, damn, this is a beating, man. You gotta take it. Okay. How about Shem Shah? Pretty, it's like a pretty much have love towards me, man. You know, imagine your son, man, being a 6 month old. You haven't really seen your son talk, say any word yet. Say a few words, but you haven't seen your son walk yet. You know what I mean? Because my son was about 6 months old. He was about 6 months old, man. He was crawling, I think, crawling or doing such a few things, but he was still a baby, man. Still on the breast and all that. Okay, 6 months old. Okay. I believe it was 6 months old because, it was about 6 months old. So that happened, man. And how about I had mercy upon my son and upon me. All right. So that happened. All right. So from there, I was like, man, okay, this is a sign from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. I gotta stop what the fuck I'm doing, right? Then verse 7, if you endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not? So that was said to the brothers I was with, but they didn't take that lightly because like they thought I was trying to put myself above them, but really I wasn't. It's like this right here is a mercy, man. This is mercy. Because them kids, okay, when they stole my car, the police caught him, the camera caught them, okay, doing 160 kilometer in a urban area, neighbor roads, like neighbor area roads, man. Roads where you're supposed to be doing 35 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour. They were doing 160 kilometers, so that's like almost 100 mile per hour, 100 something, 110, 20 miles per hour. If I'm converting right. They were caught doing that, man. You see, and I'm telling you, my car was a sport car, man. That thing is a mini Porsche, and being stage 2, it was super quick, man. I used to take off, man. Not being calling right now, but we never took off on, at the traffic light, man. It was only a few cars that can keep up with that car, man. You had to have over couple, horsepower, about 400 horsepower, man. If you were under 400 horsepower, you can never keep up with my car on the takeoff. It was all-wheel drive as well, so that thing stuck on the ground like crazy, So it was quick. So these kids, man, unskilled kids, all criminal, driving on adrenaline, they were caught doing that, and my son was in the car, and nothing happened. They didn't even crash the car when my son was in the car. So that happened, man. I took heed to it. I really took heed to it. But I remember it's the sins I committed before that, all right? I was out there, trying to be cute in this motherfucking world, all right? Trying to be cute, trying to be cute, the fucking hairlines and shit, here and there, smoking on our fucking pipe, talking about smoking on our, the green and all that, eating edibles and shit, from I went from no smoking to eating edibles and finding out that was even the right thing. So I was going off, man, big time going off. And I'm not fucking, ashamed of myself saying that. I would say I was going off, man, doing such things, okay? So that happened, man. And then, so, how about Shimshah? Mess up, I received that chastisement. And to where I am today, man, when I look back, I don't want to be in that type of situation no more. I can see the gulf. I can see the gulf from where I was, man, And right now, and that's when our experience comes in, man. You go through a lot of things, So verse 8, but if you be without chastisement, wherefore all partakers, then ye are bastards and no sons. You see? Right, so but I was in that category, man. You see? I wasn't in that category to really to be where I am today. Lord willing, I endure to the ends, because that's what matters, man. Okay, verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which correct us, and we gave them reverence. That's right. Shall we not much rather be in subject subjection unto the Father of spirits and leave. See, Yahweh Bashim Yasha, that's who's supposed to be subject under and leave, man. Okay, that right there is powerful, man. And hey, when your father tells you to do something, your fleshly father, okay, I'm talking about your father right now. You go off, you don't do nothing, what happens? He comes back and do what? Gives you a little, gets that belt on and whoop your ass, man. Okay, get a motherfucking Bible stick, give me your fucking feet. Okay, these feet right here, they're running around causing trouble. I remember those days, man. My mother, okay, and my father to be my father today, my feet, as a young boy, man, running streets, man, come back home, it's like, man, this, get a Bible stick, whoop your, and put your feet up and get fucked up, man, to where you can't walk no more, okay? Because your feet is running around causing trouble. Or your hands, you did something with your motherfucking hands, stick your motherfucking hands out and get them fucking hands, handled, you see? And so it's the same thing with Yahweh Hashem Yashar. He will do it the same way with us, man, okay? In a heavy way, all right? So I received them and I saw it and I knew what it was, man. I knew what it was, and I took heed to it. Okay. Now verse 10, for they very of a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit that we might be partakers of his holiness. You see? So I was getting, with all these things that happened to me, I was getting chastening of my sins to be what? To come into that holiness, Lord willing. Because hey, the end hasn't come. I can't say I'm part of the elect. I can say hopefully elect, but we haven't seen it, the end of it, And this is the reason why I'm making this video, man, because even after that, I'm gonna go into another thing that happened, right? So my woman, she got pregnant. All right, she got pregnant, and now later on, same thing. I wasn't. This is during the same. No long after that whole situation that had happened to me. Things got hard. My woman, she wasn't citizen, so she couldn't work. I was only me working, and one of other area where I used to receive money, to provide and all that, it got cut off, and she became crazy. She became hard, man. And it was like too much, man. You know what I'm saying? So from there, like my woman, she got she got pregnant, and from there we all, me supposed to be the man of the house, that I crumble, and we, she crumble, and I crumble as well. So to a time where she did, abortion, happen and all that, and from there, man, and that was, I was walking around, my face was fucking down, doing the videos on how and bowers, man. I was damn, this ain't right, I fucking did something that I wasn't supposed to do, man, and that happened, and this is what 2018, I believe 2018 or not, yeah, I think 2018 or 19 when that happened as well. So, and from there I was like, this ain't right, this can't be it. So, and we got scared on how we're gonna do this and that, and that's me. I myself, we're rooted in faith, in spirit. Okay, still a young man. Okay, having applied scriptures unto myself, unto my walk, the life I was walking. So from there, my wife, she had to go back to America. She went back to America, and I was left here on my own. And then, she should have go back over there to, to do the whole thing. I mentioned before. I hate saying I want abortion, so she had to go over there because she was an Australian citizen, Australian resident. So it was like over here was a lot of money, but over there it was priceless, I guess. And that's the decision we made. So she went back over there, and that happened. And then a couple weeks later, all right, because as a young man, brothers did this before, and I was just young, that. And one day, I was fasting because my spirit was troubling me, man. I was troubled in the flesh. I was troubled, my spirit was troubled, troubled like big time, man. And one day, I went to my brother's house, my old brother, okay, my mom, like, real brother. Okay, I went to his house, and he had it was like his son's birthday. He invited me to go by, so I went by, went over there. And that whole day I was fasting. I went over there, and I started drinking, yeah, I had a few shots of liquor, and I ate afterwards. But no knowing my body, man, I needed water first thing, and a few food in my stomach, so I was all good. And I hopped in my car, and I was straight. I thought I could do this. I mean, I did it so many times. Had a little drink and still drove home. But this time, man, I'm driving back home, and my eyes went off, man. Okay, my eyes shut. And when I say my eyes shut, like my eyes like closed. Okay, my body got weak and my eyes went out. Like, try to hold it, couldn't do it. My eyes went off, and my car hit a gutter. Okay, my car hit a gutter, and my car flipped. My car flipped like it rolled. All right, and I didn't even know that until the next day. So my car flipped, but the way I was able to come out of my car, that I don't remember it. I don't remember who took me out, like who made me roll out of my car myself, and I got out of my car. I came out of my car. I got up from a street, man. I'm telling you, brothers see my post on the brothers that follow me on Instagram. They seen how the car looked like, man. The car was the tires came inside the windshield. The engine was out. Okay, the whole windows came together. Everything came together. But before all that happened, somebody took me out, and somebody took me out of the car. And when and from there, I had no injuries on me. The only thing I had on me, I had my head on my head. I had like I still got the scar on my head. There was my stomach was all what is it, burnt, from rolling on the floor. My back, back of on top of my back there, and my arms. That's about it. No injuries, man. No bloody injuries. And from there, when I came out of my car, people that show up to the scene, I was telling them that I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home and call and talk to my kids and talk to my daughter and see and talk to my wife and see so I can see my daughter. That's what I was telling people. Look, I gotta go home, man. Leave me alone. I need to go home. But they were like, "No, man. You been in a car crash. Okay, you need to go to the doctor. You need to go to the doctors and all that." And I myself felt like nothing happened to me. I was all good. But that moment, man, I think, and to this day, I'll say it, and whoever believes it, don't believe it. But this, is the, I think Yahweh Bashim Yashar delivered me. Okay, there was an angel that delivered me out of that accident. Because if you see my car and you see I myself standing here with no injuries and show you the photos after the accident, you won't believe it. I myself, I knew it was Yahweh Bashim Yashar who delivered me from the sins I had committed. And that sin, the next day I was like, it was that the abortion that took place. I got punished for that. That was how I got punished. And the car that I loved, it was taken out. The car I was trying to protect, and all that. Yahweh Shah took that thing out. Still paying for that shit. And I myself was still standing here though, Okay. It still made it out, and so from there I was like, damn. And that's what, where I told like, man, this is it's heavy, man. Okay, that was heavy. It was heavy. How about Shimon Shah deliver me out of my sin? So, been wanting to do this video for a long time, just to let brothers know that, this is everything happens for a purpose. In that whole car crash, there was a purpose behind it, but I was ashamed of myself to come out and say it. But now it's like, man, because it keeps troubling my mind, so I gotta come out and say it. You brothers, say what you want to say, man. But I went off. I committed sins. Okay, I'm not a perfect man. Okay, my flesh got weaker, like the Spirit says right here. Because in the midst of all those things, man, one thing that never came to my mind. It was no it was it's like one thing that always stuck in my mind. It was doing the work. It was pleasing how about Shimmy. I should try to do the work as whatever you can, and that was the thing that was always in my head, man. Just keep doing the work, keep doing the work, keep doing the work. And from there, as I grew more, read more scriptures and understanding such thing, it comforted me to keep, even go stronger, man. But I'm going to read this here. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So, right, man. In those days, I wasn't praying much. I wasn't fasting. Okay, so my flesh got weak and weaker. You know, it took over my spirit. But the spirit, even that, after that, man, if I was if my mind was really kind of like that, I could have been like, fuck this, man. I'm about to, get out of this condition and try to go make big money and recover from everything that I lost during that time and Calvary and you know what I mean. But no, during that moment, man, I was like, nah, man. I was reading, watching videos, still going how and bowers, man. Okay, whenever Pastor the house said, "Hey, do 3 videos," the spirit was always with it. I video every day, 7 videos, within a week, if you brothers can. Hey, my spirit still, with that, even today, man. I think how about Shimmy shot that my spirit is still going, man. Okay, that I haven't been weakened to that stage where I don't want to do the work, because every day my spirit is about doing the work, and from there I never look back. Okay, I have never looked back, through the sins I've committed. I try to move forward. The flesh might get you sometime. You did this and this. Nah, man, you ain't worthy. So all I can say is, Lord willing, okay, I'm one. I overcome the things ahead of me and endure to the ends. That's all I can say. But after that, I never looked back to those things I was doing. I learned the hard way. Okay, I guess I was hard-headed. Which is sometimes I could be a fucking hard-headed. But how about Shimmy shot, man? He made a show. My head got hit on motherfucking concrete, and from there, man, that hard-headed was never there no more. I got chastised, man. And I think how about Shimmy shot for, for my spirit to keep watching videos and to uplift me. So that's a testament I want to give out, man. The faults I did, like James 5:16, confess your faults one to another, and I'm confessing my faults one to you brothers out there that might watch this video. This is an epistle of myself, of the things I did in the work of me right now, man. Those sins I just told you about, and how I got punished, how it was handled, it happened to me. Okay, I got people that can testify of that, man. Okay, and it took me a long time to make this video, but the time has come that I'll make this video. Confess your fault one to another and pray one for another, and we're supposed to do that, man. You commit sins, you confess sins one to another, okay, and pray one for another. We do that, and that you might be healed. I was healed through those demons that was on me. Those demons was taken away from me, because right now I don't got those demons upon me, man. Okay. Because I kept telling brothers to pray for me. Now I didn't say what they praying for, but just to pray for me. Okay? And prayers were, the prayers were put up. And here I am today. I myself prayed, did the work. And how about Shimon Shah? I had my affliction, man. Okay? He had my affliction. And says the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. You see? Now let me go down to NLT real quick. So hey, that's my testimony out there. And you brothers, I know the scoffers out there, scoff about it. At least I came out and said how I felt and how with the things I did, and how now, like, doing this video, man, it releases so much pressure off me. It says here, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you might be healed. The earnest prayer of a righteous man person has great power and produces wonderful results. That's right, man. Okay, it's like the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much, man. You know that prayer is gonna go out. Let's look up the word availeth, see what it means. You know, which might be produces much, but let's see. You know, which means in more effect. Okay, availeth is to be strong in body, to be robust, to be sound in health, to have power as shown by extraordinary deeds, exert wide power, to have strength to overcome, to be force, availeth, to be service able, to be able and can. You see, right, and be able. Avail can do, no, could be good, might prevail, be of strength, be whole, much work. You see, so hey, and that happens, man, when a righteous brother gives us a prayer for another brother, man. Hey, it produces much, man. Okay, a lot is done through that. Okay, so yeah, committed sins. And so let me get another quick precept. It's like it's gonna be a long video, but I gotta put it out, man. It's the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. So we all have sinned. I have sinned. I'm confessing my sins, my fault. Okay, one to another. Any brother that watch this whole video, they're gonna know, my sins, man. Okay. All right. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not perfect, man. Even brothers will tell you they ain't perfect either, because you have individual out there saying that we act perfect. We don't act perfect. When we're preaching the truth, we're gonna bring out the whole truth. We ain't gonna lie about it. That's the spirit. Our flesh is weak, but hey, the spirit is willing in this. So we're gonna be, we're gonna speak boldly about it. This is the truth, man. Okay, it's like okay. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 20. For there is no just man upon earth that have good and sinneth not, man. That's right. So I'd be lying if I said I never sinned. You know what I mean? I'd be lying. I'd be lying to myself. I'd be lying to you brothers out there as well. Okay. This is the book of 1 John chapter 1 verse 8. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive our sins and to cleanse us from our all unrighteousnesses. You see? If we say that we have no sin, we make him a liar, and his word is not in us. You see that? Yeah, so hey, I had to bring it out, man. I sinned, and the sins I committed was heavy, and brothers gotta know about it, man. Okay, because hey, the most I pulled me to, the most I could have taken me out in a car crash, man. In a car crash, the most I could have taken me out, man. Okay, my car rolled, my car flipped, man. Okay, if you see the photos of my car, man, you be you be like, how did he make out? There was an angel that delivered me out of that car, and I believe that that's why I'm still here, and even now, my purpose, I myself, try to go back to Babylon. I believe my purpose, the reason why Habashim Shah kept him here is because I gotta preach the truth over here in Australia. That's what I believe. Okay, keep preaching the truth over here in Australia and give the testimony of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua over here in Australia, man. And here I am doing now. All right. So let me get another precept and go back to the book of Hebrews and finish it off, man. It's book of Micah. This is the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 9. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth unto the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. You see that? I bear the indignation, the righteous anger of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua because I have sinned against him. And I did sin against Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. And that, what happened to me, that was the righteous anger, man, that was, put upon me. Okay? I took it like a man and stood up. I put my feet and seek after Yahweh Hashem Yashar, man. 7 times. More, you know. There's another one right here in the book of Baruch. It's Baruch, what is this scripture? This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Yahweh Hashem Yashar, it was in my mind, man. It was in my heart to go astray. Okay, being weak and all that. You know, I was weak, I was carnal, I was carried away. It's like carried away by these niggas I was around, these people I was around. Okay. And that's why I chose, because the truth was there for me. But I wasn't there. I wasn't sitting there. I was sitting somewhere else, man. My mind was sitting somewhere else, you see? So being returned, seek him 10 times more. And that's what I've been trying to do, man. You know, seeking after Yahweh Hashem Yashar, man. 10 times more, man, you know? So going back to Hebrews 12 and finish it off from there. Okay, Hebrews 12 and verse 11. So now, no chastening for the present seems to be just, right? But grievous. Nevertheless, afterward, it yeteth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them that which are exercised thereby. Let's read this in NLT real quick. No discipline is enjoyable, right? While it is happening, you see, it's painful, but afterward, there will be peaceful harvest of right living for those who are trained in this way. That's right, man. And from there, the discipline came. It came harsh. And from there, I had to train my mind, man, to go after Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, you know. And now, you know, things seem good, man. Whenever I'm in trouble, man, hey, I pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai to handle those cash, and those cash get taken off, man. Ain't no more worry about, you know, these things I used to be worried about no more, man, you know. You see? And after that, man, like what it said again, so afterwards there will be peaceful harvest of right living for those who are trained in his way. So, right, man, it's peaceful. There will be a peaceful right way of living. Okay, you're living under the Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. You're trying at the best of your ability to keep the you know, his laws and all that. And from there, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is gonna see that you're trying, man. You're trying the best of your ability. Okay. And Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is gonna be what? It's gonna be merciful towards you, man. And that's what I'm seeing happening right now. Okay. You know, so hey, that's the testament I want to give. It's like it went over 20 minutes, but hey, I had to bring everything out, man, and bring scriptures out and let everything be known. So hopefully this was edify to you brothers out there and sisters out there. And again, hey, you want to add comments to it, go ahead and add comments, add the scriptures to the lesson as well if you want to, man, you know. So again, Tawada to Yahweh Bashim Yashar Bashim Kokadash for finally giving the spirit and the strength to do this lesson right here, because it was kind of hard. But now the lesson is out. And hey, again, double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Hey, Shalom.